what God is doing, they're going to be mad when it comes to pass. Look at your neighbor and say, God is not through blessing me. Oh, God, you have no idea. God is not through blessing me. Amen. Looking at your condition right now. Oh, God, but when he gives me my glimpse, every now and again he blesses you. And every now and again, amen, amen, he shows you grace and favor. Amen. You should have lost your mind, and you should have lost your house, and you should have lost your job, and you should have lost your car, and you should have lost your health. But God, he finds some type of way to make sure, amen, that to let the enemy know, guess what? I'm not there yet. Because I got a future. God. Future. Amen. The devil is alive. So the disciples had a glimpse of it. Amen. After his death, they saw him. And so right here, amen, they understood what God was doing, what God was trying to demonstrate. And so every now and then God will bless you. He will show you things on how things look at the end. Now the thing is, the trick part about it is the fact that God shows you your expected end. But he doesn't give you information about your process. That's crazy, right? It's kind of crazy.
Lord Jesus.
It's really, really crazy.
Because he wants you to rely on him. He wants you to have faith.
You know where you're supposed to be, but you didn't know it was going to be that much mess that you got to go through to get to it.
My God.
God, was you playing tricks on me? Are you playing me?
Really? Am I being
We don't get that. We don't get that part. We just see their final result. But we don't see what we got to go through. And so right here, so the process is the vehicle that carries you to your expected end. It carries you through the destiny. That's what it does. And so ask Joseph. So oftentimes we sit there and we ponder on that. Real quickly, watch this, and I'm almost done. I don't care how crazy things look. God is going to get the shine out of your situation. I don't care. There may not be no hope at all. You may be down on your luck, and you may be depressed. You may have no more strength left. That is when you about to come into it. Look, when you really then almost like you edgy now. I'm edgy. Sorry. Amen. Lights. That's when God snatches you and say, all right. Bless you.
Wow.
Amen.
He's gonna say he's trying to stretch you, y'all.
Yeah.
He's trying to stretch you to where he needs for you to be. It's important now that we understand this. Now, right here, real quickly, Moses and Elijah. You see these two guys. They was there too. And we understand about them because Moses represents the apostolic law. It represents, amen, the principle of the law back then. And so Elijah represents the prophetic mantle and the prophetic, especially in this age that we're in right now. You notice that Elijah and the spirit of Elijah came and rested upon John the Baptist. So it was very powerful about these two guys. Both shared the glory of Christ, but they was in their spiritual being. And so here now you have them in their spiritual being. Now both of these men were very human. As you can see, both of them, they've shown areas of flesh in their lives. Here you have Elijah hiding in a cave from Jezebel. he was doubting, he was suicidal, he didn't know what he needed to do. He forgot because he got caught up with the pressure in the cave. And so God had to put the mantle onto Elijah because Elijah could not handle the pressure.
Go ahead.
So God caught him up and put him to heaven. Now,
Wow.
you have Moses centuries ago, but he's there. Centuries ago, and he's present with God, with Jesus himself, and seeing his radiance and seeing the glory. Yet at the same time, he could not even enter into the promised land because he hit the rock. He couldn't even enter into the promised land because of what he did. He was a murderer at that. And so right here, we understand that even though he was in his spiritual being, he is in the presence of God in the promised land in his spirit being. He couldn't go over there in his physical, but he's over there in the spiritual. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? My God, y'all missed it. He is finally over there. So these guys, they are talking to Jesus, asking him, and just trying to, I'm pretty sure you're asking questions. Folks said, don't ask God, stop asking God questions. Don't ask God. So stop asking God all these questions. Don't question God. That's what they say, right? People told you that?
That's what they say.
Don't question God.
Yep, that's what they say.
Jesus is on the cross and asks, why have thou forsaken me? Well, we don't question God. When you are going through something, sometimes you will question why, because you don't have all the information.
Yes.
And even when you have all of the information, because you're still in your flesh, you will still question. Jesus himself was still there, and he still questioned. Oh, okay, I ain't going there. I'm not going there. But we must understand that this is what happened. So they was there, and they was in the presence of Christ. Both of them. And you have two men, they failed, dropped the ball, both of them, in spite of their shortcomings. But God is saying, I don't care about your past.
Wow.
I don't care about what you're going through. I don't care what you're facing. The favor will not stop because of what you did. In spite of you, Moses, you're still worthy to be right next to me.
Wow. Wow.
In spite of you, Elijah, you're worthy to be next to me. In spite of everything that you're going through, in spite of your shortcomings and what you did in the past couple weeks, some past week, the past 6 months, God said, don't you look at what you've been through and look at it as a failure. God said, I'm still going to give you your stuff. I just need for you to process my glory. Because when you do, God said, I'm going to give you more than what you can even ask for. The thing is, when it comes down to it, don't you doubt me for a minute. And once you get there, don't feel like you're uneasy because you're there. Amen. Just know I deserve to be here. Sorry about that. Amen. You got your stuff. You deserve it. All the mess you've been through. Oh, come on, somebody. Amen. Some folks look at you and be on set. Some folks look at you because you got a car. Some folks look at you because, amen, you are wearing a nice hairdo. Oh, come on, somebody. They will hate on you because of the smallest thing. Who do you think she is? She even talks different. I don't like it. Look at somebody say, really though? Really? You hate because of her hairdo? She look nice.
Yes.
And you know she do. And you know those folks that be hating, and then they get the confirmation from somebody else that they look good, and you like, nah, you're like, you hating. Stop hating. Stop hating. God. You got 2 or 3 witnesses that say she look